What's up, duders? It's Doc again. We're here with another video. This is MXGP Trentino Tirana, something like that. I'll put a link in the description. And this, oh yeah, don't like that inside there. It's got a little thing. I think this is the track that really got me addicted to MX bikes. I remember this is the track I watched Lynn's. Like, this is my first time playing this track, by the way. I have like 6 laps on the track. And this is, I watched Lynn's play this one time, and I think it was in the like European Masters series. And I remember he got like really bad starts and had to come through the pack, and there's a wall jump or like a ski jump to flat up here that I just remember like watching him send it and just was like, oh yeah, it's not this one, but this was cool too. And then I think he was like flying right here and jumping to the outside, and everyone else was going inside, and old Linda was just like ripping around everybody. He was so much faster through those little rollers. I just remember being like in complete awe of Lynn's, and this track I was like, I need to play that track, and I never knew what it was. I don't know that I ever found that video again. I didn't really look that hard, if I'm being honest, but I always wondered like what this track was. And it was recently updated on MXB mods, and I honestly just saw it today. I'm pretty sure it was updated like weeks ago, and I just saw it today, which would be, I'm recording this on the 9th, December 9th, and so I'm definitely behind. Oh yeah, this was that like little ski jump to flat. I just remember, I remember him sending that like mid-race over people, and I don't know. I don't know why that race is so vivid to me, but I just remember being so locked in and like a huge Lynn's fan, just cheering him on like crazy. I don't know. It was such a good race. I don't know what he ended up getting, but I think that was what kind of solidified me as a Lynn's fan. Oh, I forgot about that. And like got me into MX bikes, you know, like made me, okay, it's time to do it. It's time to play, take it seriously. Anyway, I think what's crazy to me is this track is like low-key not hard, and I remember watching, when I was watching Lynn's, like this seemed at the time for me, because I was probably still on like club, I don't even know if I had the game, but like I was like, oh my goodness, like that track is insane. And playing it now, like this track's low-key really easy. It's like really smooth, and like the ruts hold you really good. There's nothing like really challenging about it at all. It's really fun. It's just not hard. And it's just funny how like your perception of what's hard. Oh, this inside's barking. Your perception of what is difficult in the game changes over time, you know. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to do like a little. Oh yeah. I just tiptoed through that corner. Want to do a little casual video. Oh yeah, a lot of you guys know I've been sick for a while. I just found out today, I think I got the vid, boys. That's what the doc thinks. That's okay. I don't go outside anyway. Oh, little jump to flat here, or we're dead. Yeah, I think we got, anyway, I think we got the vid. That's okay. I've been coughing like crazy. I don't go outside anyway, so it is what it is. But I want to do a little bit more story time, you know, since we're here. And I don't know why I didn't start story time with this specific story, because this is kind of like what the brand is built on, and I don't really like understand. I don't know. I'm a goober. I don't know why I moved to Pennsylvania versus this story, but we're gonna talk about how I got disabled. Yeah, I almost got disabled again right there. So basically, if you guys don't know, I have like a mental disability, but like it's physical. It's not like I wasn't born with it. It came through a bunch of pounding, you know. Anyway, I'll get to the pounding here in a minute. So I used to race motocross. I used to be a normal young laddie, you know. Used to race motocross. I raced for like 20 years in California. I was okay. It was kind of quick, not super fast, but like kind of quick, you know. You know, I was like a B450 guy, still pretty quick, but you know, I'm not no Jet Lawrence out here. But then I crashed a lot. That was one thing. I always struggled with technique because I didn't grow up racing motocross. I grew up racing speedway, just kind of like flat track. So I think I struggled with a lot of like motocross technique. Oh, we're gonna make this? Holy monkey, we greased that. Like motocross technique that you would learn as a kid, I was learning as a 17-year-old on a 450 with a ton of bike skill, just no motocross skill, if that makes sense. So like a lot of bike skill, no fear because I'm a teenager, but no actual motocross skill resulted in a lot of crashes, so like I just definitely rode over my head a lot. So I crashed a lot and I got hurt. I broke my back, which we could do a story on that. Broke my back, I broke my tailbone, that's a good story too. Broke my wrist, and in the process I got like 6 concussions. And it never really bothered me, except when I would get stressed, I would find out these I get these weird symptoms. I get like flu-like symptoms. That I don't know, it was like I was getting the flu. I get chills and sweaty, but I would never actually have a fever. I would never actually get the flu. Just really, really strange. And I went to the doctor a few times for it, and they'd always just tell me, oh, you're just too stressed out. And I believe them because at the time my brother-in-law had just died, and I was working my job, which was I was a project manager at the time for a construction company. If your house burned down or flooded and you had to have it rebuilt, I would manage the crews that did that, and it was really stressful. That job was absolutely chucked. So stressful. So I kind of was like, all right there, doc, sounds like stress could be the thing. Well, I dealt with that for a couple years, or oh gosh, longer than that, probably 5 or 6 years even, and it just seemed to progressively get worse, but I never really understood why. And then in May of 2021, I actually was getting up to call in sick to work because I had the flu, and I slipped at the top of my stairs because I was dizzy, because I was super stressed out. And that was another one of my symptoms. When I would get stressed out, I would get dizzy. And I slipped at the top of my stairs, and I fell kind of down the stairs, and I didn't even really hit my head, but I just kind of slammed it backwards, and I got a 7th concussion. And boys, it just never really healed. And so it's been almost 18 months. I haven't been able to drive. I can't hold down a normal job because I can't even my sleep schedules are chalked. That's why I started making content. It was one of the only things I could think of that actually that I could do at any time of the day, because there are some days, there are some times I won't sleep for, I'm not even kidding, I will sleep 1 or 2 hours a day for weeks, for 3 or 4 weeks, and then my body will just crash. And the longest I've ever slept was from a Thursday to a Tuesday, and the only reason I would wake up was I'd wake up, I'd eat dinner, literally, I'm not even kidding, for an hour I'd eat dinner, and I go back to sleep for 12, and I wake up and I eat breakfast, and I go back to sleep for 12 hours. I did that for 5 or 6 days straight, and that's that's not just a one-off thing. It happens somewhat regularly. So that's why I started making content. Was man, I'm awake at weird hours of the day all the time. Maybe I can just make content. I used to be a streamer. I used to be a streamer on Twitch. I played a lot of Fortnite back in the day, a little bit of Apex here and there, a little Tarky. But then we, started making content on bikes, and everything just started kind of taking off. But I guess the diagnosis, what it's called is, it's called permanent post-concussive syndrome. My doctor thinks, I have a note from my doctor that says, for disability, that says I will. My doctor doesn't believe I will ever work again, be able to have a normal job, or be able to drive again. And yeah, so that's why I make content. That's kind of what the whole channel is built on. It's been a really challenging thing, I won't lie. because I kind of lost everything. I lost the ability to drive, which once you're an adult, I don't think you guys realize like how important that is, like to life. I can't help my wife get groceries. I can't, and like it's just the burden that it put on my wife is absolutely insane. I lost, I always say like I kind of lost my manhood, of being the provider for my family. And we lost all of our income. We were a sole income family, and we've literally just survived the last almost 2 years. Like, I just say by the grace of God, because we don't have enough money to survive. It's just been like random people's donations. We've had envelopes on our doorstep full of like cash. We've had, people just, letters in the mail with people with our mortgage in it. A lot of friends and family have helped us a lot. But a lot of it has just been like random God providing and taking care of us. And like that's been, while this has all been really awful and really challenging, it's been really beautiful to be in this position of like we have to just trust God. Like there's no way around it. Now, I want to make my own money, I want to provide. I don't think that I'm supposed to be dependent on other people. I don't want to be dependent on other people. And we're doing it, man. We're working our butt off on the channel, and we are getting to the point where the channel is actually making enough money where it's making a difference for us. But yeah, it's been a wild ride, man. Like basically went from I don't know. I don't like using the word successful, but like a relatively successful, we had bought a couple houses, my wife and I, and like we were doing pretty well. And then to literally food stamps, no income overnight. And really, I know that like it's for a reason. And I know that, in the beginning I prayed a lot about like, all right, God, like, what are you doing? What are you doing here? And I really believe that the impact that I believe that we're having on people through the streams and through the videos is why. There's no way I would have been able to do this if it wasn't for my injury, So I believe that I know that we've helped a lot of people, and I'm hoping that there are more people that I don't even know that have been helped by. But I know that there are like people I've had conversations with that have felt the love of Jesus through some, even the people, even the mods, man. Like a lot of the mods that are in my Discord or in the stream, like they doing the Lord's work too, man. They're helping people like crazy, and we're really building something cool. And as much as it sucks to be in the like physical position that I'm in now and the financial position I'm in now, the work that we're doing and I think the people that we're helping is pretty cool. So I'm definitely not going anywhere. This is definitely what we're doing for as long as I can think. And anyway, yeah, I know that's kind of a long story time, but I felt like I need to get that. Yay. I don't know why I didn't start with that. It was such a weirdo. But yeah, that's how I got hurt. Oh! So yeah, anyway, I love you boys. And as always, man, if you guys need anything, let me know. Get this track. The link will be down in the description. It's a barker. I'm just loving finding a nice little flow on this track, It's really good, really flowy. Go ahead and get it. Anyway, yeah, I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!